You all support an increase, but you know that what you want and what might get through Congress may not be the same thing. So Mr. Hogue, what is the lowest minimum wage that you would accept in order to get a bill through Congress?
Well, Kathy, first of all, I was there in 2007 when we passed the 7.25 minimum wage. I favored indexing it to inflation at that time. Unfortunately, we were not able to get the support to do that. In 2015, I supported $8.75 an hour, trying to bring Iowa in line with our neighbors. We passed that out of the Iowa Senate, and the Republicans in the Iowa House stopped it, and Governor Branstad never supported it. So I have supported $8.75. I personally would like to see us get to at least $10.10 an hour, and most importantly, index it to inflation to take the politics out of this issue. The minimum wage is just one part of a comprehensive strategy for a vibrant, full employment economy, for broad prosperity, an economy that works for all Americans.
Mr. Kraus, you said $15 an hour is your target. Would you go lower, and how low would you go in order to get something done?
Anything is better than nothing, but I want $15 an hour on a stepped program.
Even $7.50 an hour is better than nothing?
I don't think so. Obama put $10.10 on the table. The 10.10 would have a positive impact on 300,000 Iowans, plus their kids, which is about another 200,000 people. If we instead, Grassley proposes that we repeal the estate tax, which affects one dead Iowan every 5 years. I think we need to look at the 1/6 of our population that is suffering right now and start escalating their wages. You can't even live in Iowa if you're a beginning teacher because your student loans are too big. Everything is too low at this state in the bottom, and it's causing us jobs problems and recruitment problems.
Mrs. Judge, what's your target, and would you be willing to accept something lower, and if so, how much?
Well, I have said repeatedly that I think the national minimum wage should be at $15. That it seems high, and I know that, but if we had been doing what we should have been doing over the last several years, we would have, as you've heard earlier tonight, indexing that up to that point. Now, you know, I think 10.10 is probably the next jump, but we can't stop there. We have to get to 15 within 4 to 6 years.
And Mr. Fegan, your target, and would you be willing to accept less?
You're asking me to bid against myself. I do lots of negotiations with banks where they say, what's your best offer? Then they say, well, you take less than that. I'm at 15. I'm going to stay at 15. Here's some things that I would concede to the people of the other party. If you want to set a longer implementation period, I'll accept that. If you want to delay cost of living adjustments, which I think should be part of it, I'm willing to phase that in. The one thing that I would put in, based upon the people I see in my conference room, is I've got a 70-year-old third-generation tire store owner who hasn't taken a check in a year. There's not been enough money in his business to pay himself. I would do a small business exception. And here's the exception I put in, Kathy. If you make, as the owner of the business, less than twice your minimum wage employees, you don't have to pay minimum wage. So for my tire store owner who hasn't taken a check in a year, he would be accepted from the minimum wage law.
Mr. Kraus, have you ever had to work a minimum wage job as an adult?
I started chopping corn out of the beans for my dad at a quarter, and then I went over to my uncle because he paid more. He paid 50 cents an hour for scooping manure. And I've scooped a lot of that in my life. When I was a young man, straight out of high school, yeah, I worked as a construction worker. At the time, I think the wage was about $1.25.
And did you have to support yourself on that?
No, I lived with my parents. However, my daughter worked her way through college at Iowa State. She made $8 an hour working for Menards, and she's got a debt burden as a consequence. How can you work through and save money for college if you're working at a low minimum wage? You can't do it. And families that need minimum wage can't do it either.
Right. Thank you. And Mrs. Judge, have you ever had to work for the minimum wage as an adult?
You know, I don't believe I ever have as an adult. As Bob's talking about his childhood, I can remember scooping a lot of manure too, but I don't think I ever got paid for doing that. I think that was just sort of expected. But I was very fortunate that my parents helped me go to school. And when I graduated from school, I was able to get a job that paid me well for the time. And that is what I would wish for all young people, but they would have that opportunity to get an affordable education, and then they would be able to find a job that suited their skills and that paid them a decent wage.
Mr. Fegan, did you ever get paid for scooping manure, or did you ever have another minimum wage job as an adult?
My father is an ex-Marine MP. You think he paid me? No. We scooped piles and piles of manure. But as an adult, yes. When I was a graduate student at the University of Iowa, teaching assistant, I had a semester stipend, and I had 3 and 4 sections of economics. And if you divided the number of hours I spent in prep, grading, I made less than a minimum wage, but it was one of the ways that I was able to at least partially support my family while I went to law school and graduate school.
And Mr. Hoag, have you ever worked for the minimum wage?
I have worked for the minimum wage when I was in college, and I worked for less than the minimum wage for my grandparents, taking care of their yard and the house next door. I will say this, as an adult, I've also volunteered frequently. I spent 6 months in 1990 and 2000 trying to educate Iowans about the urgent dangers of climate change. I did that in a volunteer capacity for a faith-based effort called Ecumenical Ministries of Iowa. So look, we need to create an economy that works for everyone, and that includes broad prosperity. It also includes raising the minimum wage. I support those things strongly.